What do you call a player who scores every single time you blink? Erling Haaland just became the fastest player in Champions League history to hit 50 goals, 49 games. While you're still processing that, he goes and scores 8 goals in 2 matches for Norway, crossing 50 international goals faster than Messi, faster than Ronaldo, faster than anyone. September Player of the Month? Check. Ballon d'Or race? He's coming. The man doesn't have hot form. He is the form. Look, we've all seen goal machines before. Lewandowski, Benzema, Suarez in his prime. But Haaland? He's operating on a completely different level. And here's the thing, it's not luck. It's not just talent. It's a perfect storm of tactical intelligence, ridiculous physical gifts, and a mindset so cold it could freeze a penalty shootout. Let me walk you through exactly why Erling Haaland is rewriting football's record books, and why he's only just getting started. Before we dive into the how, let's talk about the what. Because the last few months have been absolutely mental. September 18th, 2025. Manchester City versus Napoli at the Etihad. 56th minute. Rodri slips it to Phil Foden, who floats this beautiful cross into the box. Haaland meets it with a precise header, just over the keeper. And suddenly, he's the fastest player in Champions League history to reach 50 goals. 49 games. That's it. To put that in perspective, Ruud van Nistelrooy, the previous record holder, needed 62 games. Messi took 66. Ronaldo? 91 matches. Haaland didn't just break the record, he obliterated it by 13 games. But wait, it gets better. Fast forward to October 1st. Monaco versus City in the Champions League. Haaland bags a brace in a 2-2 draw. The goals just keep coming, like a tap you can't turn off. Then, October 11th. Norway against Israel in World Cup qualifying. Pro-Palestinian protests outside the stadium. Political tension in the air. And what does Haaland do? Scores a hat-trick. First, he misses a penalty. Gets a retake because the keeper moved early. Misses again. Most strikers would crumble. Haaland? He goes out and scores 3 anyway. That hat-trick took him past 50 international goals in just 46 games. For context, Harry Kane needed 71 games to hit 50 for England. Mbappe took 90. Messi took 107. Ronaldo needed 114. Haaland did it in 46. And in the middle of all that, Premier League Player of the Month for September, his 4th career award. 5 goals, 1 assist, 3 games, including a brace against Manchester United in the Derby. This is what inevitable looks like. Now here's where it gets really interesting. Because if you ask casual fans what makes Haaland special, they'll say, he's fast, or he's strong. And sure, that's part of it, but the real secret? The man is a PhD-level student of space. Pep Guardiola's system at City is basically a giant chess game. Inverted fullbacks, false nines, overloads in half spaces. It's tactical chaos designed to create one-on-ones and passing lanes. And Haaland? He's perfected the art of being invisible until it's time to be inevitable. Watch him closely next time City attack. He doesn't just stand on the shoulder of the last defender like your Sunday league striker. He starts on the blind side of the far center back, just chilling, completely out of sight. Then, and this is the key, he times his movement for when the ball enters what we call the delivery window. That moment when Reinders or Foden or Bernardo hits the half space with the ball on their strong foot. That's when Haaland explodes. He'll either make a double movement, stall, then dart, or he'll drift wide to drag a defender, then crash the near post when the cross comes. It's geometry, not luck. He's calculating angles while defenders are still trying to figure out where he went. And here's the beautiful part about City's system. Their rest defense is so good, with center-backs set and midfielders tucking in, that Haaland can hold a higher starting position. He's basically gaming the offside line, knowing that if possession breaks down, His teammates will win it back before the counter even starts. The result? He's always half a yard ahead, always in the right position, always scoring goals that look easy because he made them easy before the ball even arrived. That Champions League record, 50 goals across 3 clubs, Salzburg, Dortmund, and City, proves he can do this in any system. It's not the team, it's him. Okay, let's talk about the Viking in the box. Haaland is 6'4", weighs around 194 pounds, and moves like he's been shot out of a cannon. That combination is basically illegal in 17 countries. His 0 to 10 meter acceleration is absolutely disgusting. That first step across a defender's hips to win body position, that's where games are won. By the time the center back realizes Haaland's moved, he's already got the touch and the shooting lane. But it's not just speed, it's contact strength. Watch him post up a defender. The armbar, the hip dominance, he's creating enough space to finish through the tightest angles. He doesn't need 3 yards of daylight. Give him 6 inches and he'll bury it. And here's something crazy. There's this story that's been floating around since he was a kid. Apparently, back in January 2006, when Haaland was 5 years old, he set an unofficial age group standing long jump record of 1.63 meters. 5 years old. Now, this isn't a Guinness certified record or anything, but it's been reported in multiple profiles, and honestly, it makes perfect sense. Those fast twitch fibers didn't just show up yesterday. The other underrated part of his game? Durability. Despite the heavy workload, Champions League, Premier League, internationals, he bounces back fast. Miss a domestic cup match midweek? No problem. Scores twice against Burnley on the weekend. He's built for this. Here's where Haaland gets really interesting. Because off the pitch, he's about as interesting as toast. And I mean that as the highest compliment. The man meditates regularly. He's talked about using meditation to stay calm and focused, especially before big games. You know that lotus celebration he does after scoring? That's not just a random pose. It's a direct reference to his meditation practice. While other players are stressing about social media or brand deals or whatever drama, Haaland's sitting cross-legged, clearing his mind, preparing for the next finish. He's embraced the tap-in merchant label. Other strikers would get defensive. Haaland? He basically said, yeah, and? Because he understands something fundamental. Tap-ins aren't lucky. They're the result of elite positioning, movement, and reading the game. Process over noise. That's his mentality. And here's a fun one. Back in 2016, teenage Haaland appeared in a rap video with his Norway under-17 teammates. The song? Kigojo by Flow Kings. It's racked up millions of views on YouTube. The kid had confidence even then. But more importantly, he had fun. He wasn't taking himself too seriously. That balance, supreme confidence mixed with genuine enjoyment of the game, is rare at the elite level. When you combine that cold, focused mindset with his tactical brain and physical tools, you get someone who's basically unguardable. Let's zoom out for a second and look at what we're actually witnessing here. 50 Champions League goals in 49 games. That's a strike rate of 1.02 goals per game. The only player in the top 50 all-time Champions League scorers with better than a goal per game? Nobody. He's alone. 51 goals for Norway in 46 games. He's not just Norway's all-time leading scorer. He got there faster than any elite international striker in modern history. Premier League Player of the Month for September 2025. His 4th career award. 5 goals, 1 assist, 3 games. He's on pace to break Alan Shearer's record for fastest to 100 Premier League goals. And here's the scary part. He's only 25 years old. If he maintains this rate, he could catch Cristiano Ronaldo's all-time Champions League record of 140 goals in about 85 more games. That's roughly 5 more seasons at his current pace. He signed a long-term contract extension with City in January 2025, keeping him at the Etihad until 2034. The project is set. The cast around him is elite, and he's just hitting his prime. So why does all this matter? Because we're watching someone redefine what's possible for a striker. The 2024 Ballon d'Or went to Rodri, which was deserved. The man orchestrates everything for City in Spain. But Haaland's start to the 2025-26 season has him right back in that conversation. And frankly, when you're breaking records that legends couldn't touch, you're making it hard for voters to ignore you. Pep Guardiola called his numbers insane in late September, and that's coming from a manager who's coached Messi. When Pep's impressed, you know something special is happening. Here's the truth about Haaland. His easy goals are actually the hardest goals in football. Because the hard part isn't the finish. It's being in the right place at the right time, every single time. It's reading the game 2 seconds faster than the defender. It's having the discipline to make the same run for the 99th time, knowing it didn't work the first 98. That's not luck. That's mastery. Erling Haaland is unstoppable because he's perfected every element of being a modern striker. Tactically, he manipulates defenders off the ball better than they can manipulate him. Physically, he wins the first meter and the shoulder duel every time. Mentally, he keeps the game simple, repeatable, and cold. Records aren't outputs for Haaland. They're inevitable consequences of his process. And when your process manufactures high-value shots at historic pace, across 3 clubs, multiple systems, and different competitions, you're not hot, you're not lucky, you're inevitable. So yeah, that's why Erling Haaland is unstoppable. And honestly, we're just watching the beginning. If you learned something new about Haaland's game, smash that like button. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the most underrated part of his game? And if you want more deep dives like this breaking down the world's best players, hit subscribe. We drop a new video every week. Until next time, keep the ball rolling.